Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm very happy to have you here with me today. If you enjoy my reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel to be notified when I upload new readings to my channel. Now today I will be doing a mid-monthly reading for the energy surrounding us for the last half of October 2017. For the reading, I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck as well as the Good Tarot deck. Both of these decks are by Colette Baron Reid. Now, it will be a general reading, but I will be focusing more on the areas of love and romance as well as finances. So I will pull 3 cards from the Tarot deck and 3 cards from the Oracle deck, and we'll pull any clarifiers if needed. For a more personalized reading that focuses specifically on you, please contact me at the email listed in the description box and the About section of this channel, changingphasestarot@gmail.com. You can also visit my website for information about readings that I offer and pricing. That is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. And you can also join me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Changing Phases Tarot Readings. Right, so let's get started with our mid-monthly tarot reading. Hi, Leo. All right, let's get into your reading. So we'll start off with the romance and relationship part of your reading. And for this, I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. I have shuffled and meditated off camera, so I'm looking for the energies for the fire sign Leo, for relationships, romance, for the mid-month of October 2017. Spirit, what does Leo need to know in the area of relationships and romance, mid-month, October 2017. Please give us the messages for Leo, romance and relationships for the month of mid-month, October 2017. Okay, so let me just move these cards out of the way. And we have as the first card, number 29, Breathe. I guess you can see it a little better. Our second card, card number 19, Flexible. And the last card, card number 10, Unfinished Symphony. And the card at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy is number 42, Chop Wood. Okay, let me just set this down so we can look at the other cards, which would be for the finance and career part of the reading. This is using the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron Reid. So Spirit, what does Leo need to know in the area of career and finances for mid-month October 2017? What does Leo need to know in the area of career and finances mid-month October 2017? Spirit, please give us the messages for Leo, mid-month October 2017. What does Leo, I want it to come up, what does Leo need to know? Please give us the messages for career and finance for Leo for the mid-month October 2017. Divide the deck. Okay, now the card that fell out is the Seven of Earth. The second card Another Earth card, the Messenger of Earth. And the third card, Messenger of Air. And the energy, overall energy for this last part of October, we have the Three of Air. So 2 Earth cards and 2 Air cards here for finance. So let me just set these up so we can see them a little better, and I'll be right back with the reading, Leo. All right, so Leo, let's see your energies. We'll start off with the love portion of the reading. So that would be the cards along the back here. And again, this was using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, or the 2-week period from sort of mid-October through the end of October, we have card number 42, Chop Wood. Now this card, the main meaning of the card is about being grounded in everyday experiences, being humble, knowing to have humility. And, it also has to do with sort of the mundane things of life, right? The things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. And, with regards to a relationship, it can have to do with just, doing what you need to do day to day within that relationship, like letting your heart remember that, not everything has to be that hard won, passionate, extra meaningful, every single day. No, relationships and friendships do go through certain lulls, right? These periods where, everyday tasks might be at the center of the relationship, which is fine, And this can be as simple as holding hands, right? When you're in a relationship with somebody, washing dishes even, just sitting down, sharing a meal, reading a book, or just saying nothing when you're together, just kind of being together, allowing that space for each other to breathe. So, the main message with regards to romance and relationships with this card is really just, to look for the simple things. Just be present in the relationship, right? Just be. That's really the main message with this card. And the cards that go along with the main message. So we'll start off with card number 29, which is about sort of where you've been or the past position. You have card number 29, Breathe. Okay. And the Breathe card is, as you would expect, has to do with, taking the time to breathe, going slowly, focusing on your wellness, on yourself. This could be through meditation, just quiet reflection. It also has to do with patience. So knowing, that things do appear in divine timing, and being patient with sort of everything that's going on in your life, right? You don't need to rush through everything. Again, be present, much like this card here, right? Be in the present. So maybe coming into the present now, you've been through this period of reflection, right? Of needing to take the time to smell the roses, take the time to allow for miracles to appear, right? And allowing a relationship and your heart, allowing that time to open up, right? Taking a breath, releasing anxiety, releasing tension, and just really being present in the moment. Which brought you to sort of the present position, which is card number 19, which is called Flexible. We can see here with the person, there's sort of this egg here with a closed-eyed face in the middle, and then the person being very flexible. So it's all about, the flexibility of the person with regards to maybe the inner self, right? The ego, just being open-minded. If we look at that as more sort of the head, so being open-minded, right? And thinking that, just like with a tree's roots are very planted in the ground, But what makes the tree so special is that, during a storm, during a hurricane, the branches bend. So the branches, the structure itself is very rigid, right? With the roots down in the bottom, but the bending of the branches, right, very different than, say, a building, right? A building would just come crashing down in that situation. The branches are able to bend, right? They're able to move. They're able to blow and go with whatever the situation is. I'm sorry. So be flexible. So, in a relationship, if we think about why this is important or how this could be playing out in a relationship, it's the oracle, card is kind of telling us to be open, right? Be flexible, be open to new experiences, learning new things in a relationship. Let go of rigidity, right? Don't be so rigid and set in your ways. Be open, right? Be open, be willing to compromise. It could also symbolize sort of meeting somebody. Maybe you met somebody who's very different than you are, right? Maybe you're meeting somebody who it might not be your typical type, that person that you think of, oh, that's my type of person. But by being more open and flexible, you're able to see the other person for who he or she is, right? Release your old ideas about what that typical partner is supposed to look like, and just be happy, right? Maybe you will find something very special in that person. So maybe this is, a new relationship that might have come into your life, right? After this period of reflecting on yourself, breathing, right? Taking the time out to really be in the present. And maybe now with this new possible relationship coming in, you're just being guided to be more flexible. Don't be so rigid with the way that you view relationships, right? Be more open. And what we have is the what's leaving the month, right? Our outbound energy here. We have the unfinished symphony, which is card number 10. Now, it's interesting because the 10s usually, right? 10s are all about, like with the traditional tarot deck, 10s are endings. They're endings of cycles. That bring about new beginnings, right? In this oracle deck, the card has to do with unfinished business or incomplete lessons or needing to make amends. And so it's all about tying up loose ends, right, as you near the completion of a cycle. So before you're able to really move on, possibly with this new relationship here, you're being asked to tie up new ends, tie up loose ends, from, whatever it is that you're leaving behind. So reflect on what you've been through, right? Find closure in order to move on with this new relationship. So if we think about this in terms of relationships, it's very hard for us to find, or to have a new relationship, to begin something new with somebody, if we're still holding on to things from the past, right? So if we still feel bound to old relationships, right, it's very difficult. So this could be you needing to find closure by writing that letter to, somebody you were in a relationship with before, making a call, sort of finding whatever closure in that relationship means to you. It's kind of asking you to do that in order to find that peace of mind, right? In order to be in the present for this new relationship coming in here. You might be asked to release, right? Find closure, figure out what was left unresolved in whatever past relationship it might be, right? And then, once you've done that, then you can sort of set yourself free. And here you see it's sort of up in the clouds. It's very light and airy feel, right? So once you've done that, then new love can come in and really blossom, right? But you need to release some things there. So there's a definite call to, be mindful, be present in the relationship, be more open, be more flexible, and then tie up loose ends from past relationships in order to give way to this new opportunity coming in. Okay, so that's a nice message for the month for you, Leo. Let's move on to our career finances reading. And for this one, also by Colette Baron Reed, it's the Good Tarot deck. Starting off with the energy, so the overall energy for this last part of October, so mid-October through the end, we have the Three of Air. Now, the air suit, this would be the sword suit in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. We know that swords, it's the suit that is all about, is mental, right? It's about the mind. So as you think, you shall be. It's all about our thoughts and how our thoughts, whatever thoughts we plant, our thoughts and our attitudes, they're very powerful seeds, right? So we can plant good things with our good thoughts, and we can also plant negative thoughts, which bring about, more negative things to come up in our lives. So it's just, it's more of the suits card. It's important to remember that thoughts are very powerful. So be careful with the thoughts. But again, mental energy, cerebral energy. The Three of Air in the traditional deck, it's the Three of Swords. So usually, for those of you familiar with the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's the card that has, a heart being pierced by three swords. It's a very painful card. It's generally associated with, betrayal, deception, most of the time associated with sort of a lover's triangle because of the three, so three people in a relationship. In this particular deck, since it is the Good Tarot, it does have a more sort of more positive meaning attached to it, and it's all about, whatever negative thing that has happened or has come about, for us to sort of look at the silver lining, right? Acknowledge the natural departures and know that, sometimes we're turned down if we think of it as more of a rejection card, or, not getting maybe what we wanted. What's truly ours, right? It can never really be withheld from us. So sometimes when we receive rejection, maybe if we think about career, maybe we applied for a job that we thought was absolutely perfect, right? We could say that there were three people applying for the position, right? You and two other people. And you might have thought that the position was absolutely perfect for you. But then one of the other, people end up getting the position. And at the time, you're like, well, why? That seems so right for me. Maybe there was something that you are unable to see at this point in time, but that spirit is, not allowing or taking that opportunity away from you for your own good, for your own protection. So sometimes, it's in our best interest to let go of something, right? Allow for something better to take its place, even if this isn't always comfortable for us, right? And there might be, it might be difficult. We might, if we really wanted that job, it's not always easy just to say, oh, I'm sure the other person was better fitted and move on. No, it's not easy, but just know that this too shall pass. So that's the overall general energy. Let's see how that ties in with the three cards here. What we have in the past position is the Seven of Earth, right? So this is the energy sort of coming into this period, right? Out of the past coming into it. And this is earth energy, which is all about material gain, right? We know that the earth suit, which is, pentacles, earth energy. So it's all about material results, right? So all about bringing things into the material realm. So what we think and what we believe and feel is manifesting that in the real, right? In the world of real form, in the world of reality. And in this realm, it also comes from choices that we've made in the past, right? So whatever we've thought of, whatever we've acted on, right, in the material realm, in the, with this earth deck, this is where we actually see those things happening, right? See the situation, see things actually being manifested in the real world. So the Seven of Earth, it's an energy that has to do with, in this deck, it talks about openings or decisions that need to be made. It's about reflecting on, what we've achieved so far, but also thinking about what we also need to achieve, right? So, it's sort of acknowledging that we have come a long way and we've been able to accomplish a lot, right? You see this person is looking towards the past. So knowing that, where we're coming from, we've achieved a lot financially and we're grateful for that, right? But we still have more to achieve, right? So whatever we need to continue working on, just we're asked to know that, spirit is there for us. And we just, even if we've made a few wrong turns along the way, just know that spirit is there to guide us as we move forward, right? In the material. And this has to do with, earthly material. That's why it's usually associated with money and finances, things that, materialize in the real world. Which brings us to the middle card, which would be our present being, whenever we hear the message. The messenger of earth would be in the traditional deck. This would be the knight of earth. Okay, and we know that pages are the ones who bring in the messages. Knights are the ones who actually act on them, right? And in this deck, the messenger of earth, and when it's, out of all of the knight cards, the knight of earth is really the slowest moving. It's the slow and steady wins the race card, right? It's the having a goal, setting our sights on a particular goal with regards to if this is a job, setting our sights on that particular job and just working really hard, being very diligent, to reach that goal. So being careful, being very dedicated, just, working towards whatever it is, working very hard, never leaving a job half done, and knowing that by being dedicated and determined, our efforts will pay off and we will ultimately achieve our goals. So if we were turned down for something, this could be, something new we're working towards, finding a new path, something new coming in. And that's, I say that because the card that follows it is another knight's card, messenger of air. So this would be the knight of swords, which out of all of the knights, it's kind of funny because this will be the slowest of the knights. This is the fastest of all the knights. So sitting right next to each other, right? And again, we have more air energy, some more thoughts, cerebral energy going on here. So thinking about something, right? Our thoughts about a certain thing. And with the messenger of air, again, the page of air would be the spark, that new thought, the new, planning, or not planning, but when that idea pops into your head, right, about something new, that would be the page. The messenger coming in here, messenger is the one who actually acts on it, okay? So this is action, sort of following through on something that we've come up with, right? And being open to broadening our perspective, possibly reacting to some type of decision in the past, but moving forward at a very fast pace. So adapting a new way of thinking, adapting a new way of behaving, moving very swiftly, moving quickly, but knowing that there is something positive at the end. So there is a positive outcome here. So I really feel that the energy that I'm getting off of this, the career, and I feel like it's more career than finance. It's really, I feel that there might have been something that you had your heart set on, right? That you had your heart set on this, maybe one particular job. You received some type of rejection. You didn't get it, but you're not letting that stop you, right? You're focusing now. You're very focused, moving slowly and steadily towards what it is that you need. And with this as the outbound energy, I would say that, towards the end of the month, you are going to be moving ahead, charging ahead, really going after whatever it is that you've set your sights on now. So maybe you because of this rejection, you were asked to, in order to continue on with on this financial path or on this path that you're on as far as career goes, maybe you have to go a different route, right? Maybe you'll have to work hard, be very diligent, go on a different path, but ultimately you'll be successful. So again, another good a good reading for you, right? I like this last part of the month for you, Leo. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you very much for joining me here today. Please check out my channel for the general monthly readings for the month of October. If you haven't already seen those, I will be posting the new November ones. Those will be coming out towards the end of the month for the general reading for the month of November. You can also check out my channel for the weekly readings. I have extended weekend readings and daily readings. I look forward to seeing you again next month and hope that the rest of October is wonderful for you. And know that I'm wishing you much peace, love, and light. Bye.